Greetings, everyone, and welcome. It is May the 23rd, 2025. And yes, Russia is going all in. Vladimir Putin speaking through Sergei Lavrov, who, by the way, yesterday received the highest award possible in Russia, the St. Andrew Medal. And today he is out at a forum and he is letting it rip. Russia sees It's like seeing blood in the water. They see the weakness of Donald Trump. They see the weakness of even the Congress, the Senate coming with these sanctions. And we have all these signatures and even MAGA senators, but they're holding off for another week to see. Russia is seeing that weakness. And today, openly calling for governmental change in Kyiv. They're calling that the Vatican is illegitimate place for negotiations, a spit right into the face of the United States and Donald Trump's recommendations. They're also talking openly about expanding the special military operation. You're going to hear it all. So thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing, liking, and commenting. And let's jump right to it. Now, we do have some good news. And the good news is starting here. We have a prisoner exchange. We know that after the Turkey negotiations, it's supposed to be 1,000 for 1,000, and they are working on that. Today, 390 for 390 was exchanged. There is the photo of that. Some of these guys have been in captivity up to 3 years, and we are so grateful and thankful. The calls, the emotional reconnections with their family is amazing. Donald Trump putting out on Truth Social, a major prisoner swap was just completed between Russia and Ukraine. It will go into effect shortly. Congratulations to both sides on this negotiation. This could lead to something big. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Well, the big, you're getting ready to hear it, Mr. Trump, and I'm sure that you do not want to hear it. Or maybe you do. I don't know. But here is what we have. Additionally, Ukraine continuing massive strikes on Russian infrastructure, military targets, supply, semiconductor places for a third night. It was amazing. But now we're getting some collateral damage. And of course, drones get shot out of the air. They hit targets. The same that happens in Ukraine. I tell you all the time, even if a missile or a drone is shot out of the air, it's still going to land somewhere. And yesterday we had some drones land in a park in Moscow and some civilian homes. And we've got some wounded civilians and all of the things that Ukraine has been experiencing since the full-scale invasion and even before. Russian Foreign Ministry coming out today and stating, and I've been expecting this, that each strike on Russia has been calculated and it will be repaid in full. So all we can do is wait on that and see. I can tell you right now that 50% of Ukraine is under air alarm. I do know that the Tupolev 95s are loaded, the MiG-31s are loaded, and we'll just, hey, it's a war. We will see what unfolds from that. But Ukraine continuing to strike Russia, showing what they can do. It's really interesting to me. I was talking with Gertis about this. It's like after Trump kind of backed out, Ukraine increased their attacks. Interesting. Just a thought. Now, I want to get to what the title and what the thumbnail is about because, guys, it's laid out there today, and that is Russia, Putin, all in. So I want to play the video clips for you, but first, I'll just give you an overview here. Here is Sergei Lavrov, some of the statements he made. The Russian Federation will draw up a memorandum on Ukraine based on the root causes. The root causes, which must be removed like a cancerous tumor, he stated today. And most importantly, it must be reliable and sustainable. And he's referring to some peace agreement in the future. Ukraine confirmed, and this was Andrei Yermak yesterday after the 1,000 for 1,000 exchange is complete, and Russia reconfirming what Ukraine said, there will be a second round of negotiations. So we had 390 today, so that number has to get to 1,000 before negotiations or the second round can even be talked about where, how, and all of that. So we're looking at another 610 must be exchanged. Lavrov says the timing and location of the second round of negotiations is unknown, and meeting with Ukraine in the Vatican is unrealistic. Trump demonstrated a different understanding of our situation, the situation, stating that this is not his war. They pay attention to everything, just like you do, just like Ukraine does. There logically must be a regime change in Kyiv, misspelling there on the end, apologies, and Russia will never be bullied. So let's get to it. Those are the main statements of what he said. Now let's jump to the videos that I have of Lavrov, and I also have a bonus video of a Duma member that's just going to, well, just confirm what we're seeing. Russia's pushing; they're going all in, and let's just jump to it. Here's video number one of Lavrov talking about no meeting dates.
So yes, we're for talks. There'll be a second round. They confirmed it. Well, that's a positive development, but work on the memo is ongoing today, right? Which, yes, it is. I'm not sure about their side, but we're well advanced. We'll give the memo to Ukraine as agreed, expecting they'll act. Any word on next meeting dates? There's a lot of talk about that now. No dates have been set yet.
So there you have it. And of course, he's putting that out there for the United States to see. Hey, we've got our document well advanced, prepared. When the 1,000 for 1,000 is finished, we'll hand over our document to Ukraine as we agreed, playing it perfectly. Well, he was being interviewed there in his big statements today. Have any dates been set? No dates on that. But we're doing everything right. Now, in regard to what could be signed in the future, you must understand that Russia wants a puppet regime in power in Ukraine so that they can take it all. Even if they do not take it with territory and a border, if they put in their puppet regime, then they take it politically. This is what they are looking for and fighting for, and the world must recognize this. We keep repeating it. So here's Lavrov himself signing legitimacy.
It's a different story when it comes to signing. That's where legitimacy will be crucial. If those with questionable legitimacy sign, replacements might challenge the deal.
Oh, yeah. So if Zelensky signs, then when the next government goes in, the next president, they may question it. So we must have the proper person, the proper leadership signing. Yeah, it just continues. Now, let's talk about Russian speakers and the junta in Kyiv. You have to hear it to believe it.
You can't leave people under that regime's control. If Zelensky's junta thinks they'll reach a ceasefire deal and keep their laws, they're mistaken. This is an illusion and must not be allowed. Millions in Ukraine beyond Russia's borders speak Russian. It's their native tongue. Leaving them under a junta that bans Russian would be criminal.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, point blank today. Russian speakers, and if you're a native Russian speaker, then you cannot be under that Kyiv regime. You cannot be under that junta. We will protect you. We will liberate you. We will set you free. We will do everything. It's a massive diaspora of native Russian speakers. And it's the junta in Kyiv. This is today, guys, just hours ago. Oh, it doesn't stop there. For everyone that has been talking about it's coming to the European Union, and you hear the European Union leaders say, and different leaderships in Europe talk about we need to prepare because Russia's coming. You hear it from the former Baltic states, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. You hear it from Poland, Merz in Germany. We hear Macron make statements, Starmer in the UK make all these powerful statements, and many in the US led by Trump go, what are you talking about? Putin wants peace. Are you kidding me? Well, no, he went all in through Lavrov today. Check this one out.
Nazism is on the rise, and there are plenty of examples, like the new German Chancellor Merz saying it's time for Germany to lead Europe again. To say such things, one must be quite the cynic. Europe's militarization is now a key goal for the latter half of this decade. This is a very dangerous trend.
And there you have it, openly talking about it, because Germany was just talking about increasing their tanks and being prepared militarily, so they flip it immediately. Oh, well, that can't happen. That can't happen. And we're going to see that in the second half of this decade. This is what we're witnessing. Now, Trump threw out the big idea after the Vatican and the new Pope. And hey, this is a new opportunity, a fresh breath of air. I will back out and let the negotiations happen at the Vatican. Now, that's where it should happen there with the Pope. Really? How about listening to this one? I'm looking forward to your Truth Social reply on this.
I just want to advise the Vatican not to spend their resources on any unrealistic scenarios, because having the Vatican as a venue for the talks would not be very elegant, so to speak, if Orthodox countries negotiate on a Catholic platform discussing the primary causes of the conflict, where one of the primary causes is the course taken by the Ukrainian government to destroy the Ukrainian Orthodox Church.
So, first of all, let me just tell you point blank, as a witness for 28 years, Ukraine does not have never, nor will ever in the future destroy the Ukrainian Orthodox Church. Anything they've done against a church has been the Russian Orthodox, where they were set up as spies and operatives, FSB, working inside Ukraine to destroy Ukraine. That's it. There is no persecution of religion in Ukraine, period. And for those of you that are new to the channel and you've seen me here and you've just joined, I've worked in Ukraine for 28 years and I go back and forth nonstop helping on the front, and will be returning there in the near future with my partners Yevgen Matsutsa and our nonprofit organization called Napram. This is what we do. We know it and we want to share the truth with you. That is all lies. But look what he said. You know, I would just tell the Vatican, I'll put it in colloquial English, don't waste your money. Don't even waste your money, because we're not coming there to meet. That's not going to happen. Catholicism and the Orthodoxy, and plus, how can you negotiate when this rogue nation of Ukraine is destroying their own churches? Looking forward to the response on that one from European Union and, more importantly, the United States. Not that it's more important, but it was Donald Trump who said, hey, go meet at the Vatican. How's that one going to work out for you? Not too well. I want to give you one more bonus clip today, and this is coming from Viktor Sobolov. You may not know who he is. He's a communist. He is a deputy of the State Duma of the 8th Convocation Party. He's on the hit list for being so pro Putin and anti-Ukraine and anti-world. He wants the Soviet Union back like I want apple pie, and I love apple pie. A statement was made in the State Duma about the new goal of the SVO, special military operation. You may wonder, well, why is it special military operation if it's SVO? V in Russian is, in Ukrainian is Vayna, war, military. The creation of a single union state of Russia, Ukraine, and Belarus. That's the new goal. Deputy Viktor Sobolov called this restoration of the Russian world within its natural borders. Yeah, here you go.
Certainly, the ultimate goal of this special military operation is to create a unified state of Russia, Ukraine, and Belarus, restoring the Russian world within its natural borders. We are all Russians. Kiev is the mother of Russian cities. Prince Vladimir is Russian. Yuri Dolgoruki is Russian. So Yaroslav the Wise is Russian, and so on and so forth. Therefore, we must protect our Russian world at all costs.
There you have it, guys. All of these statements coming out today when we see how the United States and even Europe responding to Ukraine right now. Just a lot of dragging of the feet, and Russia going all in. By the way, he's Russian. Everybody since Adam is Russian. Jesus was Russian. If you didn't know, Gandhi was Russian. Confucius was, well, he was confused, but he was Russian. And I guess all God's children are Russian. So that's what we're facing, and that's what we're looking at. But the reality is, they are going all in. And we've called this for months and months and months. He's an evil dictator toward the end of his life. This is not a game for him. He's not worried about a re-election. He's going all in. Will the world respond to that? I'm not sure that many in the world, especially in the West, the United States, understand that they're all in. Marco Rubio used to understand that, but he the MAGA Kool-Aid. Lost his way completely. Very, very unfortunate. But he does know. Hopefully things change. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing, liking, and commenting. Be blessed. We'll be back.